Olga is a woman who works as a cat and dog sitter, taking care of other people's pets. She created a social media page dedicated to the animals she looks after, where she shares photos and videos while also advertising her services. Until recently, that's all she posted, but lately she's been having trouble with a neighbor and has started documenting what's been happening while she's at home. According to Olga, this neighbor has been invading her privacy in a very unsettling way. She constantly watches her, shouts at her, leans over the fence to see what she's doing, and stands on her balcony with her eyes fixed on everything Olga does in her backyard. Despite all of this, Olga felt there wasn't much she could do, so she tried convincing herself that it would eventually stop and not get any worse. That changed one night when the neighbor's behavior became even creepier than before. At around 1 a.m., the security cameras Olga had installed for this exact reason were triggered. The footage captured something truly disturbing. The next day, Olga and her husband decided to confront the woman and her daughter. That's when the situation turned violent. While Olga's husband tried to restrain the daughter by bringing her to the ground, the creepy woman grabbed a stick and started swinging it at them, trying to hurt them.
Палкой бьет, палкой. С палкой кидается. Палкой по голове, вы видите?
Пошли отсюда, мрази!
С бревнами кидаются. Кровь полная. Ой-ой-ой. Сильно прилетело?
Ага.
Фу.
With the videos leading up to the one showing the woman entering the yard at night, many people believe the creepy neighbor was there with other intentions, unaware that Olga had a security camera installed. If you watch the footage again, you can actually see the woman walking purposefully toward Olga's house when, all of a sudden, she notices the camera and stops. As soon as the camera lights turned on, she realized she was being recorded and immediately turned around. Now, what her original intentions were for entering Olga's yard at late at night while everyone was asleep, no one knows. But whatever she planned to do, it certainly seems like she wanted everyone asleep first, and I really hope she wasn't carrying a knife or anything like that. Since then, the harassment has continued, with Olga still posting videos of the woman watching her while the police have reportedly done little to stop it. To this day, she says she lives in fear that one night the woman might break into her house with bad intentions. Before starting this channel, I always wanted to make YouTube videos, but as many of you know, I'm from Romania, and I had a very strong accent that I was afraid would frustrate a lot of people watching my videos. That's why when I started this channel, I decided to use an AI voice, without knowing how far it would eventually go. As more and more people began asking me to use my real voice, I started working on my accent so that one day I'll feel confident enough to do it. I still have a long way to go, which is why only this first clip will be in my real voice. If you enjoy hearing my real voice, and please be honest with me, I'll work even harder on my accent, invest in a good microphone, and maybe slowly start introducing my real voice into future videos. I'll give this some time, maybe a few months, so I can get feedback from as many of you possible because, as you know, I always care about what you think. For now, the rest of the video will continue with the voice you're all used to, and maybe one day you'll hear my real voice again.
In 2024, an elderly couple were both working in their backyard. The husband was mowing the lawn while the wife was taking care of some plants. Their property was located right next to a forest with a thick green hedge separating the yard from the woods. At first, nothing seemed out of the ordinary. They were both minding their own business when, all of a sudden, something happened that left them in absolute shock. A massive bear had wandered into their backyard, but as if one wasn't enough, another one managed to make its way into the yard as well. The woman screamed in fear and ran straight into the grill. Sorry, I meant into the house. Meanwhile, the man didn't have much of a reaction at first. He casually pushed the lawnmower to the side, but when he noticed the second bear looking directly at him, he finally realized it might attack if he stayed outside any longer, so he quickly retreated into the house as well. It's funny how, when he first saw the bear, he seemed more concerned about the lawnmower than the fact that two massive bears had just wandered into their backyard. Honestly though, there's a good reason for that, because when you see the next video, you'll understand that those can sometimes be even more dangerous than a bear. In 2018, it was a beautiful day, and one man looked out at his front yard and decided the grass needed a bit of work. He grabbed his lawnmower and got to work, cutting the grass when, all of a sudden, something happened that caught both him and me completely by surprise. Now, rewatching the previous video makes the man's reaction a lot more understandable. At least you can see a bear coming, but with this, there was no way he could have seen that explosion coming. That was actually a huge explosion, much bigger than I ever thought a lawnmower was capable of causing. Fortunately, he was okay and managed to keep all of his fingers, but I'm not going to lie, I'd never seen anything like that happen before. In 2023, a new subdivision was built in Florida, and many people bought homes there, happy to have found what seemed like a safe neighborhood where they could enjoy a peaceful life. But that quickly changed when multiple residents began noticing someone watching them through their windows at night. Every time they went outside to check, though, no one was there. The neighbors eventually created a group chat to talk about what was happening, but no one managed to get a good look at the man's face. That changed when one family set up a hidden security camera, which captured the creepy man peeping through their window on multiple occasions. Then one night, a police officer spotted him but couldn't catch him in time, and that was also caught on camera. After watching the footage, the police quickly identified the suspect as Stephen Johnson, who was 29 years old at the time and lived just a few minutes away. To make sure they had enough evidence, they didn't immediately go to his house because they knew he would simply deny everything. Instead, they decided to catch him in the act. The police increased patrols throughout the neighborhood, and one night, they finally caught him.
What's up, man? Where are you coming from? Where do you stay? Stop right now. Where are you? Stop. Delta Central. I got a adult male running. You better stop right now. Alright, Delta 6 Central. I lost him near the clubhouse.
The 29-year-old took off running, and the police chased him toward a swampy area where they eventually lost sight of him. Knowing he was still somewhere nearby, the officers launched a drone equipped with a thermal camera, which detected his heat signature and allowed them to find him.
The helmet or something right there. See it? Person laying down.
Get up! Get up now!
Shoes.
Get up now! Show me your hands. Right now. Get out. Let's go.
Put your hands behind your back.
I thought there's a canine here. I thought a helicopter was here. I thought there's about, what, you say 15 or 20 deputies that were here? There's a reason for that. Why is that? Okay. Yes, that's why. That's weird, man. It makes people uneasy and puts people, like, it puts a weird feeling in your gut when you find out someone's looking at you through a window. You're look like this, outside of a window, peeking through it, and the neighbor says, "Hey!" And you're like, "Oh." And you take off? No? Ringing a bell in your head? Okay. What would you do if some man was peeping at your wife through a window?
I wouldn't be happy.
You know, you want to go whoop his ass, right? You know?
He said we get the strap over.
All right. I got your phone.
The man eventually admitted to having, quote, uncontrollable urges. He ended up facing charges of loitering or prowling and resisting an officer without violence. He was held at the Volusia County Branch Jail on a $1,000 bond. Even though he was eventually released, just imagine how those residents must have felt, knowing that every night someone could have been watching them while they were sleeping or getting changed. After he was finally caught, everyone in the neighborhood could sleep a little more peacefully. One night, a family was left extremely unsettled after seeing something in their backyard that they couldn't explain. They lived near the Appalachian Mountains and had a security camera pointed at their swimming pool so they could keep an eye on their kids while taking care of other chores around the house. One morning in 2024, they woke up to a notification from their security camera app. It had been sent at around 3:30 a.m., alerting them that motion had been detected in their backyard. When they checked the footage, they were left in complete shock. An unknown creature was caught on camera holding onto the edge of their swimming pool and leaning over it to drink some water. People online quickly came up with all sorts of theories about what it could have been, especially since this happened near the Appalachian Mountains, an area surrounded by countless cryptid legends. Many people believed it was probably just a drunk man who had somehow wandered into their yard and decided to drink from the pool. Since the footage is so dark, though, it's impossible to make out enough details to say for certain what it was. Whatever it was, seeing something like that in your own backyard in the middle of the night would be incredibly unsettling. Let me know what you think it was, and whether you believe it could have been something paranormal. In 2025, a family in India left their child outside to play in the backyard while they took care of some chores around the house. While the child was outside with the family dogs, something so unexpected happened that it left everyone speechless. Fortunately, they had a security camera pointed at the backyard, and it captured the entire incident. Both dogs probably sensed that the leopard was nearby but weren't completely sure what they were feeling. Then the black dog spotted it sneaking up behind the child and let out a loud, frightened bark that immediately revealed the leopard's presence. Once it realized it had been spotted, the leopard quickly changed its mind, likely unsure of what other threats might be nearby now that its position had been exposed. I honestly think that dog saved the child's life that day. Even though neither of those dogs stood much of a chance against a leopard, they did exactly what they needed to do by barking, alerting everyone, and then backing away. It was one of the luckiest days of that child's life, and it's nothing short of a miracle that the leopard decided not to continue the attack.